Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Raggedy Pack. Season 5 of Game of Thrones, finally here. We just finished Histories and Lore, not Fisteries, Histories and Lore. And in that, we'd mentioned that we were coming to this about 4 or 5 days after watching the finale of Season 4. So it's still fresh in our memory. Igly said he was collecting his talking points, but Corey said he wanted to ask a question. So I think Corey should go first.
Okay.
Just personally.
Okay, I agree.
Well, I got this idea from our Patreon, and this was a while ago when someone had commented this, but I do remember it. And they said Igly should list his favorite and least favorite characters at the beginning of each season. So I was going to ask you...
Damn, okay, I'm kind of halfway through.
yeah, I know, but you know how character arcs have been in the show, like in the beginning,
it
maybe
changes.
Yeah, so it'd be
like
interesting to see
list.
How your take changes on characters throughout.
So what,
maybe
top 3?
Let's do top 5, but to make it easier for you, you don't really have to give a reason why, and you don't have to list them in a particular order, just any order.
Okay.
Top 5 favorite characters, top 5
Dude,
most hated characters.
I'm already cooking with the bottom 5. There's so many unlikable bitches in this show.
It's going to be his bottom 5. I'm going to just hate. So thank you for whoever commented this, because now Igly and I are just going to box for the rest of the night. But Igly, go ahead.
Okay. So I'll start off with bottom 5. Bolton, of course.
Okay.
Walder Frey.
Okay.
Ramsay
Okay.
on that list. And who else? Littlefinger.
Okay.
Littlefinger.
He's 4 for 4.
So, 5th, I'll come back. I don't have those 4 came to mind immediately. There's absolutely nothing likable about those characters.
I was wrong. I didn't have faith in you.
Okay, so my talking points did include Stannis and the Red Woman and the Lord of Light, but I'll get to that. I will get to that. As much as I dog on them, I don't think they're bottom 5 characters for me, or like in terms of dislike. Red Woman kind of up there.
Did you say Cersei?
So, did I say Cersei? No. Are we including alive or dead just alive characters?
We'll do alive, because I assume Tywin would have made your top 5. Most hated.
Yeah, so Cersei is taking that number 5 spot.
I was going to say, dude, I was going to freak out on you if you tried to make any argument on Cersei having a redeeming quality. If you were going to put the Red Woman below Cersei, I was flying back to Florida tonight.
For any positive step forward Cersei has, there's like a mile back she steps, like she walks.
Facts.
There's her actions are very hard to understand. If you look at the lens of a grieving mother, sure, but there's only so much leeway I will give on that. But yeah. Top 5 characters. No particular order, but I mean Tyrion, of course. Tyrion, big bad Tyrion.
I mean, he's number 1. No particular order, but he is number 1.
Yeah. Mr. Patricide himself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't miss with the crossbow. Then you got my boy Jon.
Hell yeah.
Arya is pretty sick.
Okay,
I love her character arc. It might be filled with Stark children. Unsurprising, mind you. I think Bran has some time. He needs to cook a bit more to reach that, but Arya just had a lot of good character development over these past few seasons. Sansa is still Sansa. Unfortunately, I do wish her the best. Do I want to consider Dany in my top 5? there are mixed bags with her. I want to see her succeed, but I don't know if I could call her my top 5 yet. Jamie, I will have to give him a spot, as odd as that is, after all the bad shit he's done. That might be a controversial, but okay, hold up. Okay, do I want to put Brienne for botting the Hound? Oh, dude, that's tough. Top 5 is kind of tough.
Yeah,
top 5 is kind of tough.
Jamie.
Listen, I don't think Jamie deserves it. He's
the
just
other
too
half
bad.
of the incestual relationship.
It's
Over
very
Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen, first of her name, rightful queen of the Andals and the First Men, mother of
dragons, breaker of chains.
Well, where are those dragons at, by the way?
Dude, you're trash.
Oh, I think Dany. I always look forward to a Dany scene. So Dany.
I hope this is where the comment section turns on you.
Listen,
I respect all of your opinions.
I will say this: Dany would have cemented a top 5 spot, at the beginning, of season 4. But her actions, I mean, it's not an easy road for her. So there has been some downfalls with her, but I understand. So I'll retcon my previous statement. It will not be forgotten. It's already recorded. That's fine. But I'll add her to the top 5 spot. As for number 5, tough spot. I will have to give it. It might come down to Brienne or Jamie. Whose actions do I value most? Brienne's been honorable, but she hasn't always been the smartest in every situation. I think I'm gonna give it to Jamie.
Okay.
So if I get torn apart in the comments, so be it. But that is just an opinion I have.
You would have been if you left Dany off, I'll tell you that.
These are your favorite characters, the way you perceive them. It is fine, whoever you say.
I don't care about
this.
If I
don't say something like Cersei is my top 1 character. She's the GOAT.
So if I flip my bottom 5 and top 5, would I be alive at the end of the week?
No.
End of the day?
No, you definitely get roasted then, and I wouldn't be able to protect
I'd dox you. And business would be handled.
Okay. So top 5, it's in my notes. It's recorded. But good. I think that's a fun question. If we would have done that earlier, that would have been cool. But you know what? It is what it is. We got still 3 more seasons, 6, 7, and 8 to do the same thing after. It'll be interesting to see how that's changed. To be fair, minus some character deaths, some of these spots might have been cemented still. Basically, someone dying just moves someone up the list, and the person who killed the person in my top 5 then got slotted into the bottom 5 on the list. You know?
Yeah.
But there haven't been any major upturns of a character dropping from the top 5 to the bottom 5. Or any sort of flipping of the script like that. I guess maybe Jamie coming up from bottom, towards the bottom of the list to the top. That'd be the only right? That would be the only big transfer. But yeah. Any other questions?
No, that was my only one.
Okay. So last season was arguably my favorite so far. A lot of good moments, a lot of unfortunate moments as well. But in terms of where we're at in the story, I think we're in a really interesting place. It continues to get more and more interesting with each passing season. The story is really starting to come together. But yeah, one bit I had to kind of go back and do some reading on, and this also ties into a little bit of the histories and lore we just watched, is the Children of the Forest, who I have a couple things in my notes. I probably should have taken better notes of them, but in terms of what I got, way back when they fought against the First Men, and I had something written about the God's Eye. I have no context behind just God's Eye in my notes. But based off the name, I imagine it has something to do with the three-eyed raven we saw. Crow or raven? From Bran's dreams. Raven. In Bran's dreams, the all-seeing man with the 1,001 eyes. Maybe that is the God's Eye. But from what we've seen, the person who called themselves a children of the children of the forest was using magic. A child of the forest, like singular. Yeah, that makes sense. They were straight up casting like fantasy magic, like fireball.
PK Fire.
Like exactly, like that is just straight up fantasy magic. And based off the histories and lore we just watched, there has been something defined as being true magic that the maesters studied. And maesters who had a Valyrian steel ring studied like the arcane, which I believe is a tribute to, like, as the name implies, arcane, like just stuff like that, supernatural fantasy creatures. But none of them were able to recreate true magic. That is interesting. We've seen other forms of magic. Something I would probably call dark magic with the Red Woman when in her shadow magic. It's a little bit odd, now that I think about it and speak into words, how she is a servant of the Lord of Light but uses dark magic. That would kind of be like the opposite.
Can't have light without shadows.
I guess. I mean, I'm sure the Dark God casts a shadow as well, so I don't know. But some other stuff I want to talk about, we'll segue into Stannis being at the wall. It is not unknown that I am disappointed by Stannis so far in his portrayal. I feel like Stannis in lore is just like a straight up Giga Chad. Stannis in the show is a puppet. He's someone that Sir Davos respects. To like, he would die for him. He calls him the one true king, and I like Sir Davos, so I don't want to call my man a liar. So I'd really try to like Stannis. Him showing up the wall was pretty sick. That caught me off guard. But what now? The Red Woman's there. I don't like that. She's eyeing Jon. I don't like that. I already saw what she did with Gendry, who my boy is still rowing. It's been like a year. He's still rowing. He's probably like gonna make all. The man rowed all the way to Braavos by now. I don't know. But she's eyeing Jon, and then like I had a thought. I feel like Jon's character arc, ever since the beginning, is gonna develop him into a leader, and we've seen that. He took charge, in the Night's Watch during that battle. And a thought occurred to me today. What if Stannis is the false champion? What if Jon becomes a new champion for the Lord of Light? And because his character arc is very much centered around the Night's Watch, and we've learned from histories and lore, in it like as a like there's like a duo with the Lord of Light, the Dark Lord. Basically, some tragedy that's going to befell the land with the undead that we've seen and the White Walkers. It all ties into that. And Jon's character arc is so intertwined with that. And if the final, like, if there's going to be like a battle between light and dark, why would it not be Jon at the head of it? So that's just kind of my far out there guess for how, because Jon at this point, he needs a way to develop more. Stannis is here, and he's here for a reason. And I think it's just going to be to develop Jon even further as, I guess, unfortunately, like a foothold. I don't know, a stepping stool. So that's my thoughts on that. Whether that comes to be, I could be way off. That's fine. But I just think that's a cool theory. besides that, I don't know what the hell Tyrion's going to do. Him and Varys are on a boat to somewhere. I don't know. Well, maybe with I'd have to assume one of the free cities, since that's where Varys originally hails from. I forget which one, or if it was named, but that's where that is his homeland, I believe. What he does now, he's made himself an enemy. So I'm really interested to see where his stuff goes, and also with where Arya goes. She's going to Braavos. One of the elements that like has kind of had me like a little bit like foggy is with the God of War, is it? And the whole Valar Morghulis, Valar Dohaeris, God of Death. So she's going to Braavos, which is really cool because that's where her original master hails from. Syrio Forel.
Gone but never forgotten.
Gone but never forgotten. And he was a really cool character. I feel like the lessons Arya learned from him were then tempered by the Hound, like kind of like putting down the idea of fancy footwork and kind of just favoring brute strength. I feel like Arya's going to come. She's learned from many different masters, and if she just kind of goes on this journey of learning like the way of the sword, let's call it, I think that's really sick. Especially how she kind of talked with Brienne. It was an unfortunate conclusion to their meeting, mind you, but just kind of talking to Brienne about their sword names, and like, because it's like the first other female knight she's met. So she has a lot of role models, and I think she's just gonna pull from a lot of different like pools of knowledge and just become this badass fighter. At least that's my hope. So yeah, that's also kind of why I would put Arya in my top 5 characters. She's just tragic, mind you, but she's just a very interesting character out of everything she's gone through. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Without further ado, before we get into this reaction, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss when these uploads go live every Sunday. But we have full lengths and up to 4 weeks early access available on our Patreon right now. Hit that link in the description below. There's a link to check out our free Discord and links to follow our social medias. All those down below. And let's finally get into episode 1.
Let's go.
Let's do it. The Eyrie.
Oh,
he said it right.
Finally.
Character development.
It took him threatening uninstalling his favorite game to get there, but whatever.
Hey. What was that? I saw the Winterfell is no longer burning. You got the flayed men. Damn. I hate Bolton. I hope that's mud.
Feeling.
Yeah.
If your father, he'll never know we're gone. But if he finds out...
No.
You don't need to be afraid of my father.
Skip
For a second,
intro?
I thought this was a young Cersei. Skip intro? I don't like where we're at. We've heard how dangerous the swamp is. Okay.
This is my swamp.
Are you sure?
Reckon there?
Yes.
Get out!
Let's go. No.
Listen to
No.
your friend.
You're boring.
Okay.
You don't know what I am.
I know you're
witch?
And you can see the future.
Oh.
Tell me mine.
Everyone wants to know their future.
You're gonna die.
Tell me my future, or I'll have your 2 boring eyes gouged out of your head.
You're gonna regret that. Oh.
Your blood. Give me a taste.
Don't like that.
You still want to do this?
Ugh.
Okay.
3 questions you get. You won't like the answers.
I've been promised to the prince,
You're with the king.
but I will be queen.
Oh, yes.
You
You'll be queen.
You don't want that.
For a time. Then comes another. Younger. More beautiful. To cast you down and take all you hold dear.
Will the king and I have children?
The king will have 20 children, and you will have 3.
This is Cersei.
Gold will be their crowns.
Come on, we have to go.
Well,
We have to go. Cersei!
oh my god.
About the third question.
Is this why she's crazy? Someone younger, huh? That's why she hates her so much. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my god. Y'all gonna buy this one too?
He built it for us. He meant it for us.
Y'all can kind of do whatever now.
He tried to take it away. All of it.
The man who murdered our father, he tore us apart. He's the enemy. I've been telling you for years. You've been defending him for
This is
years.
exactly what they
And
want.
now our father.
It's her fault.
Tyrion may be a monster, but at least he killed our father on purpose. You killed him by mistake. A stupidity.
What's your excuse?
When it occurs to you to do something, you do it. Never mind the consequences.
What about you? What about Lancel?
Take a look. Look at the consequences.
I mean, is it really that bad of an outcome?
He loved
No.
you more than anyone in this world.
Listen, he wanted you to marry, like, someone you did not want to marry. He's just gonna be beating himself up over that. I didn't even think about that. Tyrion?
What other box POV would we be getting here, Choom?
Some new character, I don't know, man. About to put you into a box. How long has it been? Hey. It's been a while.
Got a nice beard
He
going.
grew up. How long has it been?
Maybe the narrow sea isn't so narrow.
Apologies.
Dude, how stiff are your legs after that? Holy shit. If it's been like multiple weeks, potentially months, how are you able to like even
I
stand?
still don't see why I had to stay in this crate once we set sail.
There's two.
Do you know what it's like to stuff your shit through one of those air holes?
I only know what it's like to pick up your shit and throw it overboard.
Pentos?
Mm.
The home of my colleague, Illyrio Mapatus, a merchant.
Okay.
Man.
He immediately pours.
Gotta replenish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god,
Hey.
that's hilarious.
Okay, they're toppling it. Those cheeks. It's a good thing they built ramps. Oh my god.
How'd they get it up there?
Same way they got it down.
Pulley system?
Yeah.
Wow, they were standing awfully close.
Yeah, honestly, that could have taken a few bodies. Grey Worm.
That's not Grey Worm, brother.
That's not Grey Worm?
What does he want?
Oh no. To be held.
Might be onto something.
Sometimes we're just going through it, you know?
Helps to be the little spoon.
True.
I did love that in Florida.
Oh! I'm glad that wasn't Grey Worm.
Horrible way to die.
Sons of the Harpy.
Sons of the Harpy.
They left it on the body.
They've never killed before. What was the name of the man you lost?
White Rat, Your Grace.
White Rat.
I want him buried with honor. Publicly. Torconodal.
Sunday Hinat.
I wanted to speak with you.
Clear the room, boys.
I have heard that more than one Unsullied has been known to visit Marine's brothels.
Not Grey Worm, though.
May I ask you why?
I do not know. I must go.
Good talk.
Oh man, that must be awkward.
Heavy, it wouldn't stop a sword. Now get it off. drive at me. Keep your shield up, or I'll ring your head like a bell.
Shouldn't you be training too?
I'm hardly a new recruit.
Okay. He's killed a White
How
Walker.
many brothers can say that they've killed a White Walker?
There we go. There we
Might be
go.
the first in history.
These men need a firm arms. Always have.
Hey, he's still
They're
kicking.
porters and thieves, not soldiers.
Ask your boy where he was during the fight.
Shield up!
Oh my god.
It's one of the goat scenes right here, Iggly. Sit down, buckle in.
Uh-huh. Stop looking at him like that.
Like what?
Like a groomer.
Cold, my lady.
The Lord's fire lives within me, Jon Snow.
Jesus. Oh my god, bro.
Feel. Are you a virgin?
No.
Good.
No.
Good.
Sick view.
I love it.
Your Grace, the bastard of Winterfell.
Okay. What's the plan here?
You know who rules at Winterfell now?
Roose Bolton.
The traitor who plunged a dagger in Robb Stark's heart. Don't you want to avenge him?
I want a great many things, Your Grace.
I shall mount Roose Bolton's head on a spike.
Okay.
But if I'm to take Winterfell, I need more men.
The men of the Night's Watch are sworn to play no part.
Talking about the damned Night's Watch. Talking about the wildlings.
Huh.
They swear to follow me, I'll pardon them. We'll take Winterfell. Once the North is won, I'll declare them citizens of the realm. I'll give them land to live on, if Mance kneels before me and swears his loyalty.
Don't think that's likely.
Convince him to bend the knee.
Grace.
Oh my god.
How much time do I have?
Nightfall. Sun drops
Okay.
this time of year. Hurry, Jon Snow.
Better get on it.
An ultimatum. That might be the
God,
best
I love
choice of them.
Stannis.
God, I hate Stannis.
He has other gifts. Does he? The gift of a great name. Sometimes, that's all one needs.
Uh-huh. This is just, Brandon versus Littlefinger.
Thank you for all you've done for me.
All I ever wanted was to fight for a lord I believed in. The good lords are dead and the rest are monsters.
She's spitting. Ooh.
You told Lord Royce we were going to the Fingers,
Oh my god.
but we're heading west.
It was such a deep, deep shock to us all.
It's your boy.
Your father was a
Oh my god. Fresh cut?
He truly was.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
That's some hardcore glazing.
Deepest condolences, Your
Some
Grace.
more hardcore
This
glazing.
tragedy, I never trusted.
Who's that?
Who
I
dat?
often warn. Your Grace.
Cousin Lancel, I hardly recognise
Oh
you.
my
Fresh
god.
cut?
They call themselves sparrows. Bloody fanatics.
Sparrows?
Religion has its place, of course. but at a certain
Become a
point.
monk?
They never would have come to the capital when Tywin was alive.
Sure, he'll grow out of it. Whatever it is.
Okay.
I led you into the darkness.
I doubt you've ever led anyone anywhere.
I tempted you into our unnatural relations. And of course,
Say out louder for Jamie.
there was the king. His boar hunt. His wine.
Lancel might die.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Keeps talking too much.
I found peace in the light of the Seven.
You trying to make
They
amends?
watch over all of us.
It
Yeah.
looks like dawn. It doesn't. It does.
Oh my god.
That's the sun spear bit right there.
What bit's the spear?
Sun snake. Stone spear.
Sandstone.
Yes.
How many allegories for cock are we gonna have here? At least you don't have to censor this bit, Corey.
We're late for dinner as it is. Perhaps you might consider being a bit more discreet?
You didn't knock.
They all know
True.
about me anyway. If she doesn't marry me,
She doesn't go to Highgarden, which means you're trapped here with Cersei Lannister as your mother by law.
Perhaps.
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 Well, what are we plotting here?
I will never sit on the Iron Throne.
But you could help another climb those steps and take that seat.
Who would that be, though?
The Seven Kingdoms need someone stronger than Tommen, but gentler than Stannis. A monarch who can intimidate the High Lords and inspire the people. A ruler loved by millions with a powerful army and the right family name.
Good luck finding him.
Who said anything about him?
Oh!
You have a choice, my friend.
Supporting
You
Dany?
can stay here at Illyrio's palace and drink yourself to death. Or you can ride with me to Meereen, meet Daenerys Targaryen, and decide if the world is worth fighting for.
Hold up.
Can I drink myself to death on the road to Meereen?
Best of both worlds.
They do not ask for the return of slavery. They ask for the reopening of the fighting pits.
Hmm.
The fighting pits.
In the new world that you've brought to us, free men would fight free men. The
He's
pit
down
fighters
for
you
that.
liberated plead for this opportunity.
Whatever he wants from me, he's not going to get it. If he
Okay.
really believes I'm going to reopen the fighting
What a
pits,
transition.
he should reopen the fighting pits.
Great transition.
What? You were sold into slavery, forced to fight to the death for the amusement of the masters, and you're defending the fighting pits.
I'm only here because of those pits.
I don't want another child's bones dropped at my feet. No one's seen Drogon in weeks. For all I know, he's flown halfway across the world.
Maybe to Westeros.
I can't control them anymore.
A dragon queen with no dragons? It's not a queen.
She gonna relearn how to control them?
How to Train Your Dragon.
True, there's like a set of movies she could watch. How angry are the dragons gonna be? It's pitch black. Can we get some fire? Oh. Shane's moving. Hold up now.
Rhaegal?
Hold up now. Am I 3? For 3? Oh.
Scary.
Easy, easy.
Oh my god.
I think they're upset.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fair.
you were 3 for 3 after like episode 10.
That's
and me and
amazing.
Corey are sitting here like, maybe he has seen this show before.
That is amazing.
This doesn't have to be our last meeting.
No, but it will be.
Okay.
You know what Stannis wants?
He wants me to bend the knee, and he wants the free folk to fight for him. If he gets what he wants, I expect he'll be a better ruler than the fools sitting on the Iron Throne the last 100 years.
Okay.
But I'll never serve him.
Isn't their survival more important than your pride?
Pride? My pride.
He just wants his people to live.
They followed me because they respected me. Because they believed in me. The moment I kneel for a Southern king, that's all gone.
You're afraid of looking afraid.
Oh, I am afraid. No shame in that.
Mm-hmm.
How will they do it? Beheading? Hanging?
Beheading would be what a Northern king would do. Okay. Fake. I mean,
Eye twitch.
alive is another story.
I'll be
Night
honest
Twitch
with
was
you.
insane.
I don't want to die. And burned to death. I don't want people to remember me like that, scorched and screaming. But it's better than betraying everything I believe.
You preserve your dignity and die standing. And they'll sing songs about you until winter comes. And the White Walkers come for us all, and there's no one left to sing.
You're a good lad.
Yes.
You are. But if you can't understand why I won't enlist my people in a foreigner's war, there's no point explaining.
Oh man.
I think you're making a terrible mistake.
The freedom to make my own mistakes was all I ever wanted.
Yeah.
I love the Lord of Light.
Is that Tormund in the back?
Yep.
Do we got a speech?
Lance Raider, you've been called the king beyond the wall. Westeros only has one king. Bend the knee, I promise you mercy.
That look in his eye.
Kneel and live.
This was my home for many years. I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
There's your answer. Man, I didn't expect him to go out like this. Why are you smiling?
Free folk. There is only one true king, and his name is Stannis.
No.
Here stands your king of lies.
For the night is dark and full of terror.
I'd be pissed if this lady burned me alive. At least let Stannis do it.
Yeah. Honestly, just give me a duel with Jon.
I think I'd be pissed if I was burnt alive, period.
Yeah.
This has to be like a top 3 worst ways to die.
Man. They're cooking you, bro.
Bro, fight back.
Like in the comments?
Me in every AOT comment section.
Jon? Jon? Is he refusing to watch or is he gonna stop it? Why? No one else is smiling. Why are you smiling?
She loves the Lord of Light.
Tormund, man. Jon? That's what I'm talking about. There's nothing to be gained by burning him alive. Dude, that was a fast episode. What the hell?
I just want to say before you go in, all jokes aside, Mance Rayder is one of the best characters in the show.
Badass.
Oh, for sure.
He's right there with Ned Stark in he is too good to live in this world. All jokes aside, I like that scene devastates me every time I watch it.
It's tough. I wanted more from him, much like I wanted more from Ned. It came out in the end, his true intentions of just wanting his people to live without, I guess, let's say, in safety from the impending doom. But I don't know. His way of going about it, was that the only way? I don't know. There's like a genuine question to be asked of him, like bending the knee would give his people the best chance of living. Because what happens to them now? Either what, they all get put to death, or they're going to ask them, the ones who don't bow, like, bend the knee now are just going to get put to death, much like Mance Rayder, as opposed to being, but at the same time, if Mance Rayder bent the knee, his people would not respect him and would no longer fight under his name. He would no longer be their king. So, is the best option just dying and letting his people choose from then? That's tough. But he was a really good character. The relationship between him and Jon was really cool, especially since at least he knew of Ned Stark. I need some histories and lore on Mance Rayder.
Crazy.
Maybe. Stannis' wife is a freak. Don't care for her much. Still not in favor of Stannis. If Mance ain't bending the knee, I'm not gonna either.
It's fair.
Give me the arrow any day. Blake forever glazing the Red Woman. Enjoy that. But yeah.
I will.
The plot line, we finally have an answer for Varys and Tyrion. They're gonna link up with Ronnie. I did not. Did I say Ronnie?
Yeah,
I was
Elden Ring
thinking
on
of
the brain?
Elden Ring. I do got Elden Ring in the brain. I mean, they're kind of similar.
Spoilers?
Characters. No. If anything, that just kind of gets you gassed up. I mean, if you paid attention to the story, you'd know it's kind of like
Oh, I wish I could. Too busy going on side quests.
Brother, the side quest
like
is
this post-discussion?
Yes.
The side quest conversation about Elden Ring
Yes.
that you guys haven't beaten in like a year of playing it?
It's tough, bro. It's tough. This man won't play with me.
It's tough in these streets.
But the goal is to link up with Danny.
There you go.
And Varys chose to free Tyrion because he still believes he's key to bringing peace to the land. Honestly, what a homie. What a guy, even though it was looking pretty grim in the court. But I'm glad he did that for Tyrion, even though he was in a box for like a good minute. Crazy revelation with Cersei. The actor for young Cersei was on point, same hairstyle and everything. I don't know who the other noble girl was, but maybe it doesn't matter. So they saw a witch, did a little blood magic, and Cersei was met with the knowledge she would have 3 kids, but the king she would be wed to would have over 20. That's crazy. And we didn't hear the last thing. I don't know. The 3 questions. That paints a picture of why she's kind of like this, because she knows her fate. And it seems like she can't do anything to fight against her fate. It's just kind of coming into fruition. I don't know. I mean, interesting. Is it enough? No. I still don't like her as a character, but it is interesting. They're going to hold over that 3rd question on us. Huh. I wonder if it's just as simple as who the father would be. I don't know if her and Jaime were playing around like that yet. But yeah. One aspect I didn't consider at Tywin's funeral is the guilt Jaime would feel for essentially being accomplice in his father's murder. Granted, neither of them had much love for their father, even though Cersei's kissing the man's forehead. They are essentially free to do whatever now. Jaime's eyes are looking forward to the future at the enemies surrounding them, and how he kind of has to take the helm for the Lannisters now. So that is interesting. I wonder what that's going to do for his character. Also, I didn't say it, but Tyrion, beard looking good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure y'all can agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Marine. Things are kind of spicy over there. They toppled the Harpy. White Rat just wanted to be coddled in the Little Spoon, but there's a new faction called the Sons of the Harpy, who I'm assuming just are in favor of the old order, the old leaders, the nobles. But that is interesting. And now we just have the Unsullied patrolling everywhere full time. It brings up the interesting question that's later explored of trying to win the people over by honoring their customs, their traditions, even though she doesn't understand them, by the fighting pits. Because she just saw it as another, I guess, grinder for slaves to just fall victim to. I mean, if it's just at that point, if it's just choice, does that make it okay? I mean, people who are still in poverty might still turn to that, and that's just another potentially a lesser form of slavery, if you think about it that way.
I mean, as long as they have other opportunities and that's not their only one, then I think it's okay. But if that's the only thing they can do, it's all right, well, you're pretty much sentencing them to death.
Yeah. But if it's not their only choice, it offers a way for some to essentially gamble, and come up on top through fighting. And we had the personal count there. So it's an interesting discussion. If the goal is for Dany to be queen of Westeros, and sit on the Iron Throne, she has to learn. Meereen is basically the training ground for that. I do like how she's trying to make the step back of becoming, reclaiming her title as Mother of Dragons after losing it and falling into self-doubt. Good speech, good pep talk there. Looking like it'll be a long battle. I don't know if you can grow a full beard. I don't know. How long does it take someone to grow a full beard? A month? 2 months?
At least a month.
A month in like darkness. I don't know. They're definitely not dogs. Or if you just open the door after you don't see them in a month, they're just kind of happy to see you. I mean, they're granted at the same time, dog's not in a cage. So, yeah. Good luck with that. I'm goated for getting the 3 names right,
Sure.
or at least the not the names, of course, but like the root word. Yeah. How did the comments react to that one? Because
I'm pretty
that's
sure there were
going
a
way
couple
back.
of comments talking about, like, I remember one said, I've never seen a reactor guess the names of the dragons. And I'm pretty sure like some people were questioning if you'd seen the show before or you already knew.
That's when the doubt started, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that is a pretty far go.
There might have been something else in there, but yeah, we're basically swinging, me and Corey in the comments, just fighting for our life, fighting for your life, really.
Yeah.
What were y'all's personal reaction to that? I gotta like watch that scene again and look at your eyes at this point. Is that
Poker face?
Poker face.
I was pissed. I don't believe in poker face because you're banned from watching any of these reactions until you finish the show, but
okay.
Was that at the end of season 1?
Yeah, that's when like she like went onto the fire and remained unburned.
I'll go find it and send it to you personally, so you don't spoil yourself in anything else.
Okay, just timestamp it. But that's fun. I mean, I'm trying to think if there's any other like past things I've read that had similar like ideas, but I just think it's a matter of honor. And at the time, it was just a cool idea. I think I also at the time
she was also they were naming their son Rhaego, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they do take the names from other people and impart them onto their children. And since those are her children, it makes sense she would take names that mean things to her and play off of those.
She lost a lot. The dragons are kind of like a symbol of hope for her. So her imparting basically 3 people for better or for worse that were, I guess, had a large impact of her or she cared for deeply in some regard. It makes sense. So Viserys finally became the dragon he wanted to be. He was not capping, just this one doesn't have gold on his head. I don't know which is which. I mean, Drogon is the black is like the black one.
Yeah.
I don't know which is which between. Is it Rhaegal and Visceral?
What?
The names.
I think it's Viserion, Rhaegal, and Drogon.
Viserion. So.
Is the green one Viserion?
Yes, I think so. Iggly, I swear to God, if you Google anything, dude.
I'm not, no. I have thought about it. I just tell myself I literally can't. It's gonna spoil, because the shit I want to Google is just like, well, I don't remember people's names, and I'm just dog shit at remembering people's names. Like, what the hell is this person's name? So like, but I can't. So I'm not. This is not something I'm going out of my way to search. Anything I want to ask that I can't ask, I use these two guys as my Google, as my eyes. Brienne in Pod. Brienne has a lot of self-doubt. She kind of reaffirms that like she never wanted to be a leader. She'd much rather serve in place, and I can respect that. I think, I don't know. That's like an idea that for a while, like I can kind of like idolize with that. Like, you don't want to be at the helm. You just want to find, like, support someone at the helm. Like, I think that's honorable, you know? And last thing to kind of wrap this up, Marjorie's plotting something about a way she'd have to deal, or a way she'd deal with Cersei without involving Sir Loras marrying. Oh, also, Lancel is most certainly gonna die. He's a changed man. That, I don't know if I can say this. Corey, can I say this?
What are you gonna say about Lancel?
I was gonna say that pussy converted him to the Brotherhood. That shit was crazy. But he's a changed man. It seems like he has loose lips, openly talking about their little relationship.
He's not the only one.
Mm-hmm. Fair. But unfortunately, I don't think Lancel has the idea of killing Cersei. Cersei most definitely has the idea of killing Lancel on her mind, because he's talking about events of the previous king dying in a hunting accident. I think Cersei is going to kill him to silence him. No more loose ends, because he's a sparrow. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. A new religious faction that's making waves in King's Landing, I guess. But he might confess his sins to the wrong person. So yeah, I don't think the fresh cut is going to save him. It would be funny if he dies. All I want is Jaime to find out about Cersei's loose lips. Thank you for saying that, Corey.
No problem. Someone had to say it.
Someone has to say, you know what? You're right. So, favorite part from this episode, boys? I get, what is it, the Mance Rayder scene?
No.
No. Okay.
It just sucks.
It just... it does.
I'd say, honestly, Melisandre and Jon interacting for the first time, and then him going up and talking to Stannis. It's just like, we kind of talked about it at the end of episode 10 of season 4, where you got Brienne and the Hound and Arya interacting for the first time. That's another one of those scenes that just like sticks with me. It's like the
notable characters,
the combination of plot lines for the first time. First time Jon meets someone else in the show that's been so important since, you know, season 2. So that's why I really like that scene.
Yeah, he's fairly isolated. He's not a world traveler, you know?
Fairly.
I am really looking forward to Tyrion interacting with Daenerys. That shit is gonna be funny, I feel.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with Blake. I think that scene was my favorite from the episode as well. However, I think before Mance Rayder got burned, the conversation he had with Jon was really good. So, also enjoyed that.
I think Mance is just slept on in general.
He's a cool guy. So I'm glad he didn't burn fully to death.
All right. We good?
I think we good.
Cool. All right. If you enjoyed this reaction, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss when these uploads go live every Sunday. But if you don't want to wait for the next one, we have up to 4 weeks early access available on Patreon right now. Hit that link in the description below. There's also a link to join our free Discord and links to our social medias. Check all those out in the description. See you guys in the next one.
See ya.
See ya.